going on, Jerome's? So, Minnesota Fighting Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell, quarterback slinging Sammy Darnold, aka America's quarterback, had a phenomenal season. Darnold, shed that bust label, won 14 games, major part of the Vikings offense, had a career resurrection, in line to get paid, but except for the last 2 games, and a decision. Darnold is now a free agent. The Vikings got J.J. McCarthy waiting in the wings. It's Kevin O'Connell's called him the future franchise quarterback of the team. And now what's going to happen between 9 and 14? So that's the main question for the Vikings this offseason. What's going to go on at the quarterback spot? Now, I feel like it's like a 90-10 situation. 90% that is J.J. McCarthy's, 10% that Sam Darnold is back in some way, shape, or form. But then things got a little bit weird at the NFL honors. So Kevin O'Connell won Coach of the Year, rightfully so. Darnold got 3 fifth-place MVP votes, which is great. Also, he got 8 first-place votes for Comeback Player of the Year, which is kind of funny. So Kevin O'Connell won the award. Now, after the award ceremony, and also the Hall of Fame inductees, backstage, there's some loose media personnel, and it's nothing really formal. Like, it's not like a sit down press conference, video, audio, that stuff, right? It's sort of a, what Michael Jordan used to call a pig F with the media in backstage or in the locker room. So Kevin O'Connell apparently was talking about the future and talking about slinging Sammy Darnold. So Dave Burkett. Now, a lot of people are. There's a lot of things going on here. Number one, Dave Burkett is a Big J journalist, respected in the Detroit market. Now, yes, he is a Lions beat writer, all right? But this isn't like Dov Kleeman, right? This isn't like ML football, right? So this is interesting. Let's get into it. So Kevin O'Connell in his Coach of the Year news conference, our goal is to win a championship, and Sam Darnold is going to be a huge part of it when we do it. Sure sounds like the Vikings want to ride with Darnold next year. And Dave is author of Detroit Lions, an illustrated timeline, blah, 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 blah. A 4-time Michigan Sports Writer of the Year, etc. Again, and also Burkett doubled down that he said this, right? And there's no audio, there's no video. I didn't see any other beat writers back it up. So it might have been something that Darnold just said off the cuff or whatever. But either way, Burkett doubled down on this, that O'Connell said. I don't think that he would make it up. Again, given his bona fides as a journalist, I don't think that he would make something up out of whole cloth just to troll Vikings fans. Again, he's a Lions writer, right? But again, I don't think that he would just make something up, right? Yeah. And then, a lot of Vikings fans were sort of mad. But then Kevin O'Connell got on the horn with the local media jackals on audio, phone, press conference, whatever. But O'Connell was asked directly about the Dave Burkett quote. And also, it's kind of funny. You could tell, Kevin Seifert and, the rest of the local media, they're kind of mad at Burkett. I love media on media crime, J on J. It's great. So we're going to run through this. This is what O'Connell said to the media when asked about the quote that Dave Burkett put out. Kevin O'Connell, quote, I don't necessarily think that was 100% accurate. It was in the spirit of answering a question about Sam's season and what he was able to do this year, and then the follow-up in regards to what it's going to take to win a championship. So O'Connell says it's not accurate, but also he doesn't deny that he said it. Right? He said that it was in the spirit of answering a question about Sam's season. Now, maybe there was something lost in translation, but I don't know, O'Connell didn't flat out just deny that he said anything like that. He just said that wasn't 100% accurate. Right? He's a guy that we identified last year as somebody who could come in and be successful, and really, no matter where he was at before he arrived in his quarterback journey, it was about maximizing our time together. I love that O'Connell talks about quarterback journey, and then you can hear it trickle down in McCarthy's interviews, and Darnold's talked about it too. It's just funny, man. It was about maximizing our time together, and I think we did that, and I think that it was a very special year for Sam. What that earned him is everybody in our league now thinks he's a bona fide, legitimate starting quarterback in our league and can win a lot of football games. He won 14 of them. So he's earned the right to be a free agent, but he will continue to have ongoing dialogue and discussions with him as representation, as well as being really excited about J.J. McCarthy and where he's at in his rehab. So O'Connell doesn't flat out deny that he's fake. He could have just said fake news, but he didn't. So I'm sure that O'Connell said something along the lines of Sam Darnold had a great season and he's going to win championships and all that stuff. But it's kind of funny. It's like, because O'Connell last offseason, he wanted Kurt back, and everything he said about Kurt, earned the right to be a free agent, all that stuff. But reading the tea leaves, like, it's clear that O'Connell wanted him back. And I don't, maybe Kevin O'Connell is just like one of those dudes that just falls in love. Like, she's the one, she's the one, she's the one, she's the one. Except he's like that with quarterbacks. And even though you drafted a 21-year-old blonde who's now 22 and has all the tools, works his ass off, and is going to be a force in this league, you're just like, but we had a good year with the ginger. Yeah. He's really hit J.J. McCarthy. He's really hit the ground running as the true offseason has begun, and we feel very fortunate. And even considering Daniel Jones was in that quarterback room as well with Brett Rippin' Ass and Nick Mullen, we feel very fortunate. I talked about it all season long, about the depth of that quarterback room this year, but now we've got to see what the room is going to look like as we try to put together the best possible team for 2025. So that's really what the answer should have been, and probably was closer to that. So again, he's not denying that he said something to that effect, but he's just saying it got twisted a little bit. But that doesn't take away from my feelings about Sam Darnold or what I believe he accomplished this year and how proud I was to be alongside him. Now, so he didn't fully walk it back, but he kind of walked it back. Like, if he backpedaled this good, Flores is going to put him in at cornerback, right? So did he say our goal is to win a championship and Sam Darnold is going to be a huge part of it when we do? Maybe not bar for bar, but did he say something to the effect of winning a championship and Sam Darnold was a major part of the season and Sam Darnold's going to have a great career? Probably, right? So I think, again, I don't think Burkett was just making up a quote out of whole cloth, right? Doesn't seem like his MO. But also I think that it could have been a misrepresentation of what O'Connell said, or I don't know, just picking out the juiciest parts. Don't know. But either way, hell, I kind of want O'Connell to have said it and then just completely walk it back in the full diplomatic tone that he had with the local Smokies, which is kind of funny to me. Either way, but it was a very good season with slinging Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback, but I do think that is going to be J.J. McCarthy time, but I guess we'll see. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Is this fake news? I don't even know what reality is anymore, man. We're living in a simulation. We are on a rock circling a ball of fire that is a composite of a billion balls of fire that's gonna run into the Andromeda galaxy in like 3 billion years. What are we even doing here? I don't know. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Comment section. You guys know what to do. Skull production value.